Welcome back to another episode here on Chef Chronicles, right? And in today's video, I'm going to show you guys how you can take one item and turn it into a multiple of things right in the comfort of your own home, or you may find it in a supermarket, or you may eat out in a restaurant and you're trying to figure out what that simple ingredient is or what it makes it taste so good, or what is this sauce that you're eating. Definitely, I'm going to show you, right? And that one item is going to be some strawberries. So in a previous video, I definitely showed you guys how to masquerade the strawberries and what's the science about it. And I decided to go ahead and revamp that video to show you guys other things you can do with it, right? So we're going to go ahead and get started. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead while I'm talking to you about the facts and have my strawberries washed into a wonderful water solution, which could be anything of your choice. I just stick to white vinegar and water. Strawberries are always all year round, right? And strawberries can be flavorful depending on the region, right? So many people, most people will say that the best time that strawberries are the most flavorful is anywhere between May and June. Now again, this depends on the region that you are in. If you're not in a Pacific region, it may be a different time frame for the best strawberries depending on where you're at, right? So June, May is like really good. I think National Strawberry Picking Day is in May. So if you want to go do like some strawberry picking, you could go ahead and find it and go ahead and pick some strawberries. Now, strawberries can have a multiple use for anything such as pies, cake filling, cookies. It could be used for garnishes, etc. So one thing about strawberries is that strawberries definitely can spoil quickly. So depending on how you purchase your strawberries though, so that is a good thing and what you should be indicating. Strawberries also can lose its nutritional value as time goes on. So within a week, definitely watch how your strawberries within the fridge could definitely lose its nutritional value. When you're buying strawberries, there are some key things that you can look out for, right? First things first is the color, right? Strawberries should be colorful, vibrant, not colorful, but vibrant red when you are purchasing them. If they have a little bit of white on the top, close to the crown of the strawberry, you will definitely see that part. That doesn't mean that the strawberry is not flavorful, right? It's still good. Now, if you are also looking at strawberries and you're finding any type of white fuzz on your strawberries inside one of them, don't pick that up, don't buy it. It is mold. It could definitely turn that one strawberry could definitely turn the rest of them rotten, so just don't pick them up. Now, it depends on you. When you are buying strawberries in a supermarket, if you pick up a container of strawberries and it has no bruises on it and you accidentally bruise it, that is okay. That doesn't mean that, it's going to lose its value. Again, just get it home, remove it out, wash it, clean it, and remove it out, and just save that one for like things like strawberry dagaritas, smoothie bowls, or smoothies, or you could eat it just as is, right? But if you do purchase a strawberry and it definitely has like a darker red spot where it's bruised, right? If it's a small bruise, it's still okay. Just go ahead and purchase it. Just keep on expecting it. If it's not, deep, if it's really deep, I would not pick that one up. Also, if you see any type of, liquid on the bottom of your strawberry container in that section, or you can smell your strawberries and you see it, like don't pick that one up because it could be bad, right? Another way that you can tell that your strawberries are good is through the leaves, right? The leaves could be either dry and brittle, which is not good, but if it's a soft and a bright green color on top of the leaves, you can definitely pick up those. So, and then there's the smell, right? So when you pick up your container of strawberries, you could definitely smell it. And if it has this strawberry-ish smell, then you know you got a good batch. But if you pick it up and you don't smell anything, that means that it could possibly just not flavorful, or it's not fully ripe. So yeah, you can use it, but if it's not that, why would you want to purchase that, right? But if you smell like a rotten smell, avoid completely. Do not use, do not pick up, just leave it there. Okay, and this is a fun fact for you guys, right? Ripe strawberries, if you pick it up and you definitely smell it and it has this like caramel smell to it, it is a compound called HDMF that is found in strawberries and also found in tomatoes. So now that we got all the beautiful, wonderful things about our favorite ingredient today, we are going to go ahead and make use of it. Now, there is no right or wrong way to do strawberries. So many people will take the strawberries and definitely just cut off and have the tops with a little bit of strawberry here. Again, there's no right or wrong way. If you do that, you definitely can use it in multiple ways. Some people may toss these out, but don't ever toss out the cuts like this. You could definitely use it for something else. If you are in the cook world, right, they'll teach you that all you gotta do is just pull off the leaves and then you can, throw it away, or you can just like take like a fruit melon ball scooper and just pull out the top of the strawberries, right? But in today's video, you can also do things like, play with the leaves, right? Because the whole entire strawberry is definitely edible. You can definitely eat the whole entire strawberries. So I am definitely going to just cut off the top like most people will do, and definitely show you guys a couple of things you can't do just by cutting the top. So you can choose whichever way you like. Go ahead. Okay, so after you wash and clean and dry your strawberries, you cut off the tops. This right here is what you will find in the supermarkets. All these fresh strawberries that have no top, definitely it is flash freeze and then it's put into storage, and that can also retain the nutritional value of the strawberries, especially if you find strawberries and it's on sale for 2 for $5, or $2 on sale. Just make sure it still smells good or look good when you purchase that. But as soon as you get home, wash it, clean it, flash freeze it, store it into the freezer, and you have fresh strawberries that are now frozen. So you can use either fresh or frozen in the supermarket, right? So we're going to go ahead and set our strawberries to the side, right? And we're going to start with our tops. So in a pot, I'm going to go ahead and add my strawberry top. Now you could definitely use the whole strawberries if you wanted to just make with it the whole strawberries, but I'm just using the waste if I was supposed to cut it like how I did, right? And I'm using a 1-to-1 ratio. So if most of you guys don't know, 1 cup of strawberries to 1 cup of sugar to 1 cup of water is definitely a 1-to-1 ratio. So 1 cup of strawberries, or strawberry tops to be that exact, right? We're gonna add our sugar, and then I added the water. So what I'm gonna do is turn on the heat and allow the sugar, the strawberries, and the water to dissolve and heat to a boil, and then I am going to lower it down. Okay, so as you can see, I allowed it to simmer on a low heat just to bring out the color. Now the color going to be depending on you, so you can simmer it for how long you want. I did mine for about 10 minutes, but it depends on you, right? Go with your flow, right? So what I'm going to do now that it has simmered, I am going to strain out all the strawberry tops, and I'm going to check the consistency and see if I want it to continue to reduce. Look at that beautiful color. So mine is still a little runny, so I'm going to reduce it just a little bit more. As you can see, I definitely did the back of the spoon test, and it is there, but if you want to thicken it a little bit more, you can. I am Okay, so now it is to my liking. I'm going to go ahead and leave it inside the pot to cool completely before storing it inside of a jar, right? And that's it. We have strawberry sauce, right? If you don't want to do certain things like, you know, take it and then wipe the back of your spoon to test the consistency to see if it's to your liking, like thick, like syrupy, you could definitely stir it around into the pot, right? And you can definitely take it and drip it all the way off. And if the dripping is like a slow dripping, you could definitely see that I'm dripping really slowly, and that's another indicator that is good. Okay, so another thing that you can do with your strawberries is your strawberry tops is make an infusion, right? So in here you could definitely infuse it using a 1-to-1 ratio, right? You can definitely take the strawberry tops and infuse it with anything such as vinegar. It could be white wine vinegar. It could definitely be like red wine vinegar. It could be balsamic, and you could use this to make what? A vinaigrette, right? You can also use things like alcohol to make an infusion, right? So I went ahead and took the 1-to-1 ratio and definitely infused it with what I chose, which was alcohol. And you could definitely do water if you want, if you're non-alcoholic. But another thing is, this is the beginning process, and because I'm infusing it with alcohol, it's going to take at least a couple of days. If you are doing it with like any type of vinegar, it may be 24 hours. As long as you could get that strawberry scent that I was telling you about in the earlier, you could definitely know that it's ready when it's with vinegar, right? And because this is the beginning, I'm going to show you the finished product. So in this bowl, I have an infused strawberry vinaigrette, right? But no. Now I can definitely go ahead and use this solution to make a salad dressing if I want to, or if I'm going to do it like this with like an alcohol, I can definitely use it as what? An extract. So that is another way that you can use your strawberry tops. So now that we got rid of all our strawberry tops and we made at least a couple of things with the strawberries, right, tops, right? Now again, if you just don't cut the tops off, you could definitely just do something with the leaves. Like I said, the whole entire strawberry is definitely edible, so you don't want to waste it, right? So now we only left with the whole strawberries, right? You can slice them, and again, you can flash freeze them and put them inside the freezer, or you can eat them whole, whichever one you choose, right? But I'm going to take the strawberries and I'm going to go ahead and show you guys how to make like strawberry juice, right? So keep in mind, you're not going to get a lot of strawberry juice out of thing. You have to need a massive amount of strawberries if you're going to make like a gallon of things. So we're going to go ahead and test this one out and see. So in a bowl, we're going to have all our strawberries, and we're going to go ahead and do either a juicer, you could do a blender, you can use an immersion blender, whatever it is that you have at home, right? So in this video, I'm using my immersion blender because what is the easiest and it's the fastest thing to clean up with, right? And I'm just gonna blend this. Okay, so I'm just gonna blend it just to break it down. You could definitely just quarter them if you want. Okay, so once you get it nice and blended, right, all you could do is two things, right? You could either drink strawberry juice, you know, chunky, or you can strain it out through a fine mesh strainer, or you can use, you know, cheesecloth, and then you could get a smoother consistency. But keep in mind, like I said, you might not get a lot of juice out of it. So I'm just gonna leave it chunky and then store it in the fridge, right? Now, if you do decide to leave it chunky, the next thing you could definitely do is go ahead and make things like strawberry puree, right? Which is one of the things. So all you would do is just blend it up to, you know, an equal ratio to 1:1, or if you want to do more, you can definitely switch it up. But right now, like I said, 1:1 ratio is what I'm using. So I have basically about 2 cups in here. I'm just not straining the strawberry juice to make strawberry juice because I know that it is not a good thing for me. It's just gonna be a waste. Like, I'm not gonna have as much. So, right? And then once you have your strawberry puree, all you're gonna do is go ahead and cook this for at least 10 to 15 minutes, right? Until it's nice and thick. But you gotta still add the sugar and the water to it to make sure that you get it to thicken. Now, I'm gonna show you that one. So I took all my puree and I definitely added it. So it's roughly about 2 cups. Now, again, you will add the sugar to your own liking, right? I'm just still using that same ratio just because I want mine to be a little bit more sweeter. So 1:1 is what I'm working with, right? Okay, so I am just cooking it until it's thickened. You can't really see it, but I definitely added some lemon juice and I definitely adjusted my sugar from the 1:1 ratio, but start off with that and go from there. I'm cooking this probably about 15 minutes. Okay, so after the 20 minutes, you definitely have a beautiful strawberry sauce that has been thickened. Now, if you didn't want to thicken it and you just wanted to puree with the lemon juice and sugar and the strawberries, you could definitely do it cold and use it for like drinks and stuff like that. But I cooked it because I might use it for any type of pancakes, French toast, whatever I choose, right? So once this cools off the heat, we can go ahead and store this into a jar and leave it in the fridge and use it within, you know, a week. It definitely can last a little bit longer because this one is just sugar, strawberries, and lemon juice. It has no water in it. So if you want a more smoother consistency, you can definitely go ahead and strain it into a fine mesh strainer. Your preference. So you'll either have chunky or you'll have smooth. That would be your smooth consistency right there.